Okay. Hi. So what we're going to be working on today is you're going to be doing my replens or reorders for items that I already currently order. And in order to do that, you're going to need access to these two programs. The first one's Inventory Lab. So if you've never used it, it looks like this. You will have your own login where it'll show your name up here in the right-hand corner. And you'll get access to the reports feature, which is what you're going to need access to right here. The other program you're going to need access to is Amazon Seller Central, and specifically the inventory and manage FBA inventory reporting function. So we're going to start, where you'll start the day is by you'll log into Inventory Lab. Now I will need to set these up. I'll need your email address. Once I have that, I can set your login up, and you will be logging into these programs with your own login, not with mine. Once you log into Inventory Lab, you should see a reports menu. From that reports menu, you're going to go to ASIN profitability, click on that. And what you're going to see is a report that looks like this. Now the default on this report, if you'll look at the top left over here, you're going to see that it's 1 month. I don't want you to look at an entire month. So what I want you to do is go over here on the top right, click on Advanced Search, and you'll see that you can change the period. Now we don't want 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months. So if you go over here and change within to from, you'll see that you can put in specific dates. So what I want you to do is I want you to select the last week. Now with this being January 1st, okay, what you'll need to do is go back, and you'll see I want you to select a full 7 days. So you'll do the 24th through, make sure that's the same month that you're in, the 31st. So it's the week prior to the day that you're doing the report, that you're doing this. Click on search, and it will change. So now you see you are currently viewing 1 to 50 out of 159 dated 12/24 to 12/31. So you have that week time period that you're looking at. The other thing you'll notice here is that these are clickable filters. So these headings you can filter or change your display on this spreadsheet. And what I want you to do is select the orders. You might have to click it twice because I want the highest number. I want you searching by the highest amount of orders first. Now the other thing to take note of is you can scroll, okay, and you're going to go through, you're going to see all 50, 1 to 50, but this is not all of them. So you'll notice once you get to the end of this spreadsheet, you can actually come over here and click next to get to the second page, or you can actually click on the page number and you will see the next 50 items to view. And notice, they'll stay in the order, so you won't have to click on this again. Once you've selected it, it will stay in that order. So if we go back to the first page, what I want you to do is start at the top, and what you're going to do is identify the item that was ordered, and I want you to look at specifically a couple of things. Number one, the amount of orders that was placed. You need to look at the amount that are on hand, and then the next main thing you're looking at is this ROI percentage. Now this one's a little unusual because it's got a higher ROI. This was ordered for Christmas, but let's go ahead and look at it so we kind of know the process. What you're going to do is determine, first of all, whether or not you would want to reorder this item. So to do that, the main thing you're going to look at here is, obviously, was there enough orders? But the other thing is the ROI. So we want this number to be 20% or higher in order to reorder it. Now, the thing to keep in mind here is that this percentage, this is for all of these 16 orders that were placed last week. Well, I also need to know that the ROI is good going forward. So if we ordered it today, is it still going to be 20% or higher? So to do that, you'll actually need a second inventory lab window or tab open. And what you're going to do, you'll have access to this. You'll go to the Research tab and the Scout tab. So if you right-click that and open link in new tab, now this is Google Chrome, so you might work differently in the browser that you're using. What that does is it gives you a window that you can search for that item by ASIN. So if you take the ASIN, copy it. So I'm going to do a copy, Control C. I'm going to go to the new tab. My cursor's already in there. Control B, paste, and I'm going to search. And what that does is it pulls up the current right now information for that product. Now what you'll see here on the right hand side is you're going to see there's a column on the left that says new price, column in the middle that says used, and a column on the right that says FBA. You're going to ignore pretty much the used completely. What I want you to do is look in this green column that says FBA right here and look at this price, $22.98. Okay, you want to make sure that price, if you click on it, is selected down here in the list price. That's the number you're going to compare to. So if you go back to your other Inventory Lab tab, you'll see that what I paid for that item. So this is an important field also. So you know that I paid $3.44. So what you'll want to do is you want to come over here and populate the cost per unit as $3.44. Now what you'll see when you do that, it automatically displays the amount of profit and it automatically displays the ROI. Now you can see it's very high. This would be a great one, obviously, that you would want to reorder. So let's go back. So we know that the ROI is good. We know the current ROI is good, so we definitely want to reorder this. So now we would need to determine how many we want to order and from where. So the first thing you want to do is figure out how many you want to order this. Well, there's been 16 in the last week, so I know that I want to be able to sell at least 16 in a week, and I only have 12 on hand. Now the other issue is that this 12 on hand could be a combination of items that are pending customer orders, which means they've actually sold, but they just haven't been shipped yet. So we need to determine if this is really 12 or if it's really a lower number than that. And you're going to do that by going over to Amazon, Seller Central. Once you've logged into Seller Central, you're going to go to this Inventory, Manage FBA Inventory. Now you should still have that ASIN copied. So if you click on this search field right here and do a Control Paste, you'll have that same ASIN there and click Search. What you'll find is these numbers do actually match. You'll see that I have 12 on hand. And if you add up, I've got 3 under the available, 9 under reserved. So I have 3 that are actually ready to go. If you'll click on this pull down arrow, you'll see that the 9 are in a FC transfer status. And so they are actually available. If they weren't, you would see a number here in this customer order. So you would see like 2, 1, 5, and you would have to subtract these out. If there's a number here under customer orders, you would subtract that number out because those have already been ordered, but they're just under reserved. But in this case, that is an accurate number of 12. We obviously need more than 12 to satisfy to get 16 orders for next week. So what we're going to do is you need to go to the supplier's website and order, or go find this product under that website. Now here you'll see this one says GameStop. Now I just happen to know in this particular case that I didn't order these from GameStop. I had ordered them in the past from GameStop, but this last order where I found them for $3.44, I actually ordered from ThinkGeek. This is an unusual circumstance. You might be able to still find them here, but you probably wouldn't find them at this price. So in this particular case, but let me just show you what you would normally do. So you would need to pull up, go to that website for GameStop. Okay, once you're on the website, you'll need to be logged in under My Account. So what I'm going to be doing is supplying you through a company called, let's see if I can pull it up, 1Password. You'll be given, right here, okay, you're going to be given your own login. You'll be given a set of logins to the stores that you need access to. So you'll see, I don't know if I can see it here, or I might have to do it here, 1Password. Okay, so what will happen is you'll be given access to a vault called VA. You'll have access to the VA vault, and in that vault, you're going to see there will be logins that you will log in under My Account using the password set up under this vault. So I've been slowly adding stores into these as I come across them. So you may find some that aren't in here, and we will work on getting that access to those for you. So that'll be a learning process. But for right now, you're going to want to make sure that you're logged in to the website under My Login. And then what you would do is you're going to search for that item. And the best way to do that is to come over here into this screen and just grab the title. Do a Control-C. Come back to the site, the store site, Control-V, and hit enter or search. Now, what you'll find is obviously here, there's some similar items, but not the exact same item. Well, the reason for that is because I didn't actually order them from GameStop. I ordered them from ThinkGeek, and you wouldn't know that unless from experience. So you could just, well, we'll address that, a way to handle that going forward, but I will probably have you notate something on the spreadsheet that you couldn't find the item. So let's do this in this process here. You go Control-V here under ThinkGeek and search for it here in this website. Okay, and it didn't find it. So what has happened is I can tell you from experience that this item, because I bought this for Christmas, it has sold out. And that's why it's not showing up here. But another way you could do that or determine that is you could go to here and you could go to My Orders. So once you're logged in, here's a order management. And you could actually go through and try to find the item through My Orders. Now, I don't know exactly, I do know this was ordered at Christmas time, but here, unfortunately, to look at the orders, you'd have to click on each order This is not it. It's a Minecraft or for item. So go back. And you just would have to click on it. Now, some of the sites will actually show you a picture of the order so without having to click into it of the items that were in the order. Oops. Okay, let's go back to that one. All right, so here it actually is, Star Wars R2-D2. So here's where I ordered it. It was $294. I ordered 35 of them. So you would want to click on this and see if I could order more. Well, this is why it didn't come up in search. It's because it's out of stock. Okay. So you wouldn't be able to order that one. So what I would want you to do in that case, so if you have an item that is a really good ROI, so it's like this one's 400%. I mean, it's a huge ROI. And or okay, the other thing would be you've got a lot of numbers, so a lot of orders. So if you've got something that's got over 10 orders in a week, then it's selling really well. So anything with a high ROI or a lot of orders, if it's out of stock like that, you're going to have access to a third item, which is a spreadsheet. Okay, and I'll give you access to this. It'll be a shared Google Docs spreadsheet. And you're going to populate the item, which I've already done. And where is it? Or I thought I did. Cruise, right here. Okay, so what you'll do is you're going to put the date that today's date, the store, the product description, the amount of the buy cost, the current ROI, which you can see it was 166 at the time. Now it's actually at 395 because they're out of stock. Okay, so it's just going to probably keep going higher. All right, and then you'll put the note that it's out of stock, and then I want a link to the store where the item is. So once you've gone through all that effort, you found and discovered the item is out of stock, you can't order it, then you would do a Control-C on the store link and come over, paste that into the spreadsheet right here. Okay. So that way I can go back and revisit those items that are just out of stock or, we're selling really well. So if they ever do come back in stock, I can get more of those ordered. Okay. So let's see if we can find an item that is not out of stock. Okay. So let's go to the next thing down. The next thing here is the when to ship trading. Okay, now I happen to know this particular item is one of my wholesale items that I order from the wholesaler and they ship directly to Amazon. So, but that still is something that actually you would not order from this site. So what I will probably have you do, let's see if I want you to do this or not. Winship trading is one of my direct. This gets ordered via email. So what I will probably do is address that separately. I might have you start doing that, but for right now, you can skip that as part of this training. And then, but to order this, it would basically require, you would go through the same process to determine if we needed to order more. But what I will do is you wouldn't be able to actually go to the website and order it. So let's try to find one that you can do that. Winship trading is that one. Okay. Now I looked at this one. We can do let's go through the process again. Here's one thing I want you to notice. Okay. So currently we have 14 orders, which is good. That's a lot of orders. But our ROI says 18.81%. Now you'll notice that that was based on these 14 orders. So just because it's below 20% doesn't mean it might not be currently higher than 20%. So we still want to go through the process even though that's below 20. We still want to look that ASIN up and see if it is currently below 20. So we come over here, we're going to paste it, okay, and then we need to put in the buy cost from here, which is $17.49. And you'll see that it is actually right now over 25%. Now here's the other thing I want you to think about or notice. Notice that there's nothing in this green column, FBA column, that I told you to look at. So since there's no FBA in here, what the program did is it took the lowest from this column over here, which is merchant fulfilled sellers, and it populated it. Now, what's important there is if this number, say that number was like $28, and it caused this number to be low, it's still possible that I can sell this at a higher FBA total. So you would still not ignore it. So if this, usually, so if something is $32, I could probably sell that for $35 FBA, which would make my percentage even higher. So this would be one that I would want you to reorder. So let's go through the process. Notice right here that it is saying it's suppliers Walmart. So let's go to walmart.com. And what you want to do is do a copy of the title. This is the easiest way usually. Paste. All right, so the HB actually stands for Hamilton Beach right here. This is actually the product right here. Now, ideally, you would see the same price here. What has happened, though, is the price has gone up. It's no longer at that price I bought it at. But this is actually the item. So the way you would find or know that is if you clicked right here, this is a clickable link. So you can actually click on that and it'll show you the item as it's listed on Amazon. And so you can see the title and you can see a picture of the item. So now you can look at the item on Walmart and see that that is in fact the same item. You did find the right list or the right listing. The problem here is that the price has gone up. So it's now $26.99. And what you'll notice is that I always, when I do my orders, I add 50 cents because I pay 50 cents to process them. So what you would actually do is add 50 cents to the $26.99. So it's going to be $27.49. By the time you do that, it's obvious that it is not going to be profitable at $10 higher buy price. So you would not want to reorder that. Now, since these did sell really well, remember that these were selling really well just at this lower price. So what I would want you to do is actually go and add this item into this wholesale replens list. Okay. And again, you'll have access to that. And let's see if I have the item in here already. I may not. Bundle Cremo. No, I don't. So what you would do is add, put in today's date, put in the store, the item description. Again, I just copied. Since I already had that copied, I could just click in there and paste it, and it pastes right in there. Buy cost currently is $26.99. So you would put, sorry, I keep clicking on the wrong item. $26.99. Or you could go ahead and put the $27.49. Okay. Add the 50 cents. You'll have to go back and get the ASIN for the item, which is right here. And the ROI, which at the current price, remember $27.49, the ROI was actually negative 10%. Oops, sorry. Okay. And then I still want the link to the item. So do a Control C for the website for the store and Control V. All right. So now I can go back to this list, and if this thing ever goes back on sale, I can come in here and order more of these. All right. So far, we still haven't ordered anything. So I need to get to an item where you could actually see the order process. Now, this next one I actually looked at yesterday and reordered it. I did an order on this, so we're just going to skip that one for now, but you would not skip it. Let's see if I can find one that I can actually order. This one, let's look at this. Obviously, it's got a lot of orders, a high ROI. I don't remember ordering anything from Party City, so I think this actually came from ThinkGeek. It says I have 49 on hand. If that's the case, and I actually have 49 of these, and I sold 13 in a week. Here's a good thing I want you to look at. So if those numbers are real, then you wouldn't order any more of those. So what I want to keep, I want to have enough on hand to handle 2 weeks worth of orders, because it takes a week for the item to get to me and another week to get into Amazon. So basically, I need 2 weeks worth of stock on hand. Well, if I only ordered 13, if I've got 13 orders, that would mean I would need 26 of these on hand without ordering more. So let's look at this. The ROI is high. I'm just curious what's going on, why I have 49 of these on hand. I don't even remember ordering these, so let's take a look. Let's look what they currently are. See, it says ThinkGeek Minecraft, so this might have the wrong supplier in it. But let's look and see what the current ROI is. Okay, they're $27.99, and then what did I pay? You can grab what I paid right here is $9.49. Close that out. All right, so $9.49. So that's going to be a good ROI, over 100%. So let's go into Seller Central. Put the ASIN in here. Search for it. Okay, and we will see there's 0 available. Here's the 49. So the 49 is all reserved. That's where this number here is coming from. This 49. These are all reserved. So if I click on this, you will see, all right, there's 5. This is what I was telling you about earlier when you would see a number populated here under customer orders. So 5 of these 49 are not actually available, but 44 of them are. So you would not need to order these because I've got enough to handle over the next 2 weeks, so you wouldn't want to order any more of these. So let's move on from that. So that would be one you wouldn't want to reorder. This Pampered Chef, I actually reordered yesterday, just going through the process, so we're going to skip that one. This Honest Company, now these, these are merchant fulfilled. The supplier on these is, I just heard a sound. Let's look here. Bluetooth, AirPods. Oh, my battery is low, so I need to wrap this up. But anyway, These we can skip. These I merchant fulfill. So this Honest Hand company hand sanitizer, ignore that for right now. I may add that back. All right. So here's one, Hasbro Beyblade Burst Evolution. So let's look at these. ROI looks good. The number of orders looks good. It's 10 in a week. That means I'd move 40 of these in a month. So let's look at these real quick, and let's get a copy of the ASIN. We're going to copy that first. We're going to look and see what the current ROI is. Again, notice there's no FBA, so it's going off of this $27.90 number. Let's see what I paid. I paid $10.89. Okay, so $10.89. That number is still really good. I want over 20%. And even it would probably be higher. I could probably sell these at $29.99. So we're good there. So let's look and see. I got these. There's 0 on hand. That means I need to order more if I can. So I'm going to go to Hasbro, and I'm going to see if I can order these for $10.89. So I want to go to Hasbro. Now, you might take you a little bit of trial and error to get to the right. You might have to Google Hasbro. It's in my search history, so it knows that I've ordered from Hasbro Toy Shop. So again, we're going to go here. We're going to take Beyblade, copy that description, list it here, Control V, and we're going to search. Okay. Now, there's a bunch of these, so we want to make sure we're actually getting the right item. So the one that I ordered is the Evolution Switch Strike Cognite C3. This is Knox. So this is Spryzen, Doomzen, Valtrak, Regulus, Calvet. So this did not pull up a Cognite. It's possible that that's out of stock, but we want to make sure. Beyblade. So this is the specific one. So let's see if we can find this. Cognite C3. See if it shows up. No. So what I'm getting is a Knox C3. So again, what you would want to do here is go to my orders. And again, you'll have to sign in under my sign in. Order history. I don't remember when I last ordered these. Okay, this is not them. I don't think this is them either. Okay, here they are. So here is the item right here. Beyblade Burst Evolution Switch Strike. So basically, this isn't a clickable link. We can't get to the site by clicking on it. You could grab this item. So there's no way to, usually this sometimes is linked and you can click on it and you can order it that way. You know, get to the site, but since it's not clickable, we're going to copy it. We're going to go ahead and paste it here and see if it'll pull up that way. But it looks like it is not, it looks like it's out of stock. And unfortunately, sometimes the stores, if the item's out of stock, it just won't show it. So it doesn't mean you searched wrong. It just means that they don't show it. And I wish they would show it and just show it out of stock, but unfortunately they don't. So this Cognite C3 is not available. So again, what you would want to do is I'd want you to come back, go to this, and I might actually have this one in here. Let me look and see. I don't see it. So again, it would be the same thing here, 1119. A lot of these sold at a good ROI, so I'd want to, now if it comes in at a different font like that, just come up here, change it to 11 so that it fits in there by cost. I think it was 1049. Grab the ASIN, put it in here. And then what you'll do, since we don't have the specific item, you're just going to copy the search. So do Control C there on that link, add it in here, Control V. Okay, let's see if we can find one we can actually order here. Let's try this one, okay, Monopoly, 10 of these, ROI is 25%. So all that looks good. We want to make sure it's still over 20% on the ROI. Come here, put it in, $30.99. What did I pay for it? I paid $16.38. So we put in $16.38. And the ROI is still over 20%. Okay. So let's go see if we can find this at Walmart. We're going to pull up walmart.com. We're going to grab our title from here. We're going to paste it in here. And it looks like this is probably it right here. Right here, okay? Monopoly Game, Cheaters Edition, board game, okay? And then here it says Monopoly Cheaters Edition board game. Now this does say value pack bonus. See how this looks? So let's look at that and let's make sure. See how this says bonus includes 3 game theme tokens. So we want to make sure that what we're ordering is that exact same item, and this does not show that. Let's see if we see one that does. Baking. Okay, I don't see it, so, but let's click on this just in case. Okay, this is not the bonus one, so we definitely don't want to order this one. So what we might have to do is see if we can find the one that I actually ordered. Okay, so let's go here, and we'll go to track orders. Now, if there's a way to search, that would be great. I think this is not to search the orders though. So you might have to scroll through. Now this one's nice because you can see here, it actually shows you the item. So it's going to be easier to scroll through this and see. So we're looking for that Monopoly Cheaters. So you have to go to the next page. Look for that Monopoly Cheaters edition. Here it is, okay? So you click on it and it'll take you to the actual site link, and as you can see, again, we have an out of stock issue. Okay, so again, let's go here. I want you to put that in here. This was Walmart. You're going to copy, put the title in there, the price, which was $16.38. Actually, the current price, yeah, $16.38. So I've added 50 cents to this number. We want to put the ASIN in there. We still don't have an order yet, do we? Control C. Put the ASIN, and go ahead and put the, I forgot to put the ROI in here. This one was out of stock, right? And this one's out of stock. We can still put the ROI. So let's do ROI is 21%, but it's out of stock. I think this one was about 100. Okay. So you want to include all of that information. So let's try to find one that we still haven't reordered anything. This one I know I recently reordered, and I believe this one too. So I'm trying to find something All right, this might be a good one. This is that same item, but it's a different name, the Spryzen S3. So let's see if we can find that one. Price was $10.89 at 95% ROI. Let's see if this one's in stock. So we'll go Control C. Let's make sure it's still okay. Yes, this one's selling well. Good price. Okay. $10 or $10.49, whatever it is. Okay. At $43, this one we definitely would want to reorder if we could. So let's go back to Hasbro and see if we can find this item. So let's do a copy. Remember, we're looking for the Spryzen S3 because there's a bunch of variations. Let's hope this pulls up. And we have a winner. Okay. So this one actually pulled up, as you can see. Okay. But they were nice enough to show you the item, but you can also see it's out of stock. So go ahead and click on it. It's out of stock, but it's sold well. It's got a really high ROI, so we definitely want to add that to this list right here. Hasbro, okay, and then the buy cost was like $10.49. We want to copy and paste our ASIN in here. Copy and paste. Oh, sorry about all the wrong clicks. All right. ROI is based on this 43,888 is over 200%. You don't have to put the exact. I mean, if it's that high, I mean, you can put 221. That's fine. So let's go back to here. 221 out of stock, and then let's copy and paste the link to the store here. Okay. And we forgot to do that with this Walmart, didn't we? Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back and put that Walmart in here. Okay. There it is, Control C. And we want to make sure we have those. It would make life a lot easier. All right, let's see if we can find one of it, something we can actually reorder. Okay, let's go look at this item from the skin store, 23%, 9 orders. Let's go look at this ASIN, make sure it's still over 20%. 2309, what did I pay? 1340. It is, it's still over 20%. So what we want to do is we want to go to the skin store. Let's copy and paste the title, see if we can find the item there at the skin store. All right, now it's very important. You want to make sure you're grabbing the exact same item. Some of these will have different volume sizes. So like this says 12%, 30 milliliters. This says 20%, 30 milliliters, 10%, 30. So you want to make sure we're grabbing the right item, but let's just look and see what this title says. Ascorbyl glucoside solution 1, 2%, 30 milliliters, vitamin C. So let's actually click on, let's look it up on Amazon here and make sure we're grabbing the right item. All right, this is what it would look like. It's in a bottle like this, and it's from The Ordinary, and it's called hold on, Ascorbyl glucoside solution 12%. Ascorbyl glucoside solution 12%. So this is it. Okay, so we found the item. Okay, and you'll notice that it is in stock. This is actually, if we found a stock item. Okay, now a couple things to note. Now this says the price is $12.90. A lot of times I get stuff on sale or I use discount codes and stuff like that. So we want to make sure we take advantage of all of that. But let's look at our buy cost. The cost on this was $13.40. That means that I did not get any kind of a discount. I got it for $12.90. I added the 50 cents. I paid this price for it. So that's great. We can go ahead and order this. Notice you do want to take advantage. Right here it says save 20% on your order. Use code GIFT. Go ahead and try to use any kind of discounts, please. You want to make sure you do that. But a lot of times the items are exempt. Like I'm pretty sure the ordinary is exempt. It won't accept a coupon, but we can try it. Now, the other thing I want you to note to do is you're going to use another website before you actually order this item. And the website is called Cashback Monitor. Okay, so it's www.cashbackmonitor.com. You're going to go to that site, and it looks like this. And you're going to type the name of the store in there. So the name of the store is Skin Store, right? Now, this one actually does not come up. Let's see, is that what it's called? Yeah, the Skin Store. So let's see, so we typed in Skin Store. Let's try it with a space. Okay, here it is with a space. So let's see if that worked. Okay, that did come up. So you want to make sure you put it in, the right way. So this one came up with a space between Skin and Store. And you want to choose the highest percentage. We're going to try to get cash back on this. This one's actually 15%, which is really good, and it's through Top Cashback. This is one that I use all the time, so you want to click on that. And what it does is it's going to basically take you to a site where you can get cash back. So you'll see the Get Cash Back Now button. So you want to click on that. And this will actually take you to the store. If you get an item, an issue like this, then you may want to go back and choose a different store. This is showing up on mine. I don't know if it would show up on yours, but it says that they may not track it. The other thing I forgot to tell you, before you actually do that, you probably want to add the item to your cart. So how many are we going to order? Well, a lot of times, especially on these health and beauty products, the store has a limit anyway. But how many would we want to order? Well, we sold 9, and in a week we have none on hand. Ideally, we do want like 20, right? Because we want 2 times or 18, 2 times the number. So ideally, you'd want to try to order 20 of these, but you may not be able to, but we'll try it. A lot of these have they have restrictions, okay? But let's go ahead and see. So will it let us add 10? Sometimes, okay, item limited to max quantity of 10, okay? All right, so add to bag. So this one limits to 10. A lot of them are 6, sometimes 5. This one's going to let you order 10. So go ahead and order the 10. Or go ahead and put them in your bag. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to this cashback site, put in the Skin Store. Okay, let's do the Ebates because the Skin Store was giving that error message. Okay, shop now, 12%. All right, so you'll see they're still in your bag right here. Okay, so there's the 10, and a lot of times they'll throw in a free gift. That's fine if they throw in a free gift. I have these coupon items in here like Ebates or these different sites. Okay, I'm going to click on the Ebates one because it will search for discounts that might be available. The main ones that I use are, there's one called Honey and one called Retail Me Not. They're extensions that you can add into Chrome. But I'll have you do that maybe down the road, but right now I want to make sure that we got the process down correctly. Now, they are saying coupon didn't work, you still get 15.48 cash back. That's fine. We're going to continue to check out. And this is one thing I'll have you say, this is the Retail Me Not coupon. extension. This is the Honey coupon extension. A lot of times they'll tell you right on the store website that they give you use code GIFT. So, you can just type that in for right now on zone gift and see. But it's probably not going to work. The only discount they're giving you is the bag. Okay, $68.80 for a free bag. So, all right. So this one's going through Ebates. We're going to go ahead and check out. Now you're going to have to log in. Again, you're going to log in. You'll be logging in through my vault. Okay. So it'll be, most of the time it's going to be a mattspitz@yahoo.com, but it also could be info@izerbertube.com. Once your passwords are saved in there, you won't have to keep logging in. But I'll make sure you have those logins that you need. Okay. Now, here's what's important. Okay. Shipping address, very important. This has always got to be 282 St. Sabbath Street. Okay, Pensacola, Florida, 32503. Now, these addresses should default, but you want to make sure, so this one has like 3 addresses. You want to make sure the shipping address is the St. Sabbath address. Okay, and then you always want the free shipping, okay, the fastest free shipping that they have, which is already selected. And then payment. These are going to be, you should have 2 payment options that you're going to see, a Visa and a MasterCard. I want you always to try the Visa first. If the Visa doesn't work, then try the MasterCard. All right. So we're going to go default with the Visa. Okay. Now, if it does make you put in a address for the credit card, the address for the credit card, try to use this 9149 Rosso Drive as the address for the billing address for the credit card. This one's not requiring it. So we're going to go ahead and submit the order. Okay, so sorry we were unable to place the order. So here's an example where the order didn't go through, probably was a credit card issue. So go ahead and just select the MasterCard, okay? Now most of the time I have to put in a code for the MasterCard or for the Visa. I will give you the 3-digit CVC code. I'll give you those so you can place the orders. All right, submit the order. We're going to try the MasterCard. The MasterCard went through. So now the order is complete. Thank you for your order. So here's what you're going to do. You'll have a different spreadsheet, and this is called the buy list. Okay, it's going to say a buy list template. You're going to be very similar to the other one. You're going to put in the date of the order, the place where you ordered it from. You're going to copy the title. Okay, put the title in there. Make sure it's the 11 font. You want it at the smaller font. Now, if it's really long like this, you could, you don't have to put the whole thing in there. Okay. The buy cost was the $13.49, right? I think. Let's look. Skin store. $12.90. It was actually $13.40, right? Okay, so $13.40. We ordered 10 of them. Put in the ASIN. You can grab the ASIN from the bottom of here, or you could also get it from over here. Okay. So we want to add that. You're going to put in what card to use. This was the MasterCard, and whether there was tax. There was no tax. You would put no. This is important. If there's tax, you want to make sure you put yes. And I may end up adding a column for you to put your initials so I know who actually placed the order, but we can address that later. Main thing is I'll fill in the total is calculated automatically. The tax is calculated. You don't have to calculate those. You need to add the date, the store, the product, the cost, how many you ordered, the ASIN, the card you used, and whether there was tax charged. That would be it. So you're going to do that. You're going to start and do that until you run out of product. Okay, so you're going to start. You'll go to the next one, which is the Presto, and you would just keep going through like that. So that's the process. You would not order more than once per week of the item. So if you're doing this on a second day and you see, well, we've already ordered that item, and the way you're going to be able to tell that if the item's already been ordered is you can go in this buy list. Everything that gets ordered is in this buy list, and this is the current week down here at the tabs at the bottom. You could click this is the week prior, and you could actually do a search and search for that ASIN to see if it's been ordered before. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up because my batteries are dying in my headset, but that's the process that I'll need you to do. I'll supply you with the logins. You'll have login information for the stores, and that would be the process. So thank you very much, and I appreciate it. Bye.